Okay, I know it's starting from Channel 4 News. I'm naive and not understand this, but I'm curious to know whether there's any kind of level playing field. Let's assume that the same alleged offence was committed by a young man in the United States. Would that man be extradited to the UK in exactly the same way, or is it one-way street?
James, do you want to take that?
I mean, I think I alluded to this earlier. I mean, there is an imbalance, an inherent imbalance in the extradition rates in this country, in the United States. Somebody who's in this jurisdiction to the United States, all they need to do is to get the paperwork right, give it to the court. The court has very little discretion, very few grounds which the court can refuse it. There's no requirement that the courts here consider whether there's any evidence that justifies the request. There is, however, an imbalance as a result of the American constitutional arrangements. The American court, hearing a request for an extradition of somebody to the United Kingdom from the US, will be required to consider whether, in the terms, American legal terms, there was probable cause for that person's extradition. So there is a minimum requirement of some evidence that some evidence be produced in American court when it is considering whether to extradite somebody to the United Kingdom. And this is the imbalance that is inherent in the extradition arrangements that have been set in place by the Extradition Act 2003.
So my supplementary, therefore, would be, how as a nation did we walk into a trap like that?
I don't think I'm the person you should ask, but Mr. Burrowes here.
Mr. Burrowes.
Well, we certainly didn't track blindly. We were aware of this imbalance, and
it's even worse if we did it with our eyes open.
We didn't. We fought against it and lost on the number of votes. We've been committed to wanting to revise that very piece of legislation which creates the imbalance. The problem is not so much with the United States. They've had the bargain to their benefit, and they're using it. The problem is with this country, the imbalance that we have, that we need to correct, and sadly Gary is presently a victim of.
Also, this treaty, White Stealth Treaty, it was brought in on a parliamentary holiday around Christmas time. It is an old thing from something like the Queen's statutory interim, where it gets pushed through without anyone seeing. And one was given it to read 24 hours before this. It was very underhanded.
And they said it was to be used for terrorists, but so far it seems to be bookmakers, hoteliers, bankers, entrepreneurs, a young Jewish guy selling electronics online legally in this country, another young couple in Brian and Kerry House who were selling chemicals online, perfectly legal, registered with the Home Office, but some Americans bought iodine labelled for medical use only and bought phosphorus and made the drug crystal meth. So this couple are being extradited, their lives have been ruined. She is suicidal, she has 4 young children, which she has been told will be adopted. And this is ruining the lives of families in this country, decent families with no criminal records. And if they can target business people, and how many terrorists are going? I don't see very many.
Well, that's one of the ironies of the Extradition Act, is that it was brought in to have speedy extradition between our two countries post 9/11, so that terrorists would go over very quickly. Of course, everybody here agrees that Guantanamo Bay is a breach of human rights, and so therefore we don't send people to Guantanamo Bay. So the one type of people we're not sending are terrorists. So it's actually completely defeated the object of the actual act. Yes?
This question for Gary. Hi, it's Thomas again. Is your sole aim now to get a UK trial, and do you think you get a fairer trial here?
I know I'd get a fairer trial here. There seems to have been a bit of a news blackout in America. There's lots of highly profile there, probably because of the embarrassment factor and a big lack of security. I know that one of the reasons the DOJ wanted to go over there is because they felt the sentence on the ground in this country would be too lenient. So it would be completely unfair over there. So yeah, on balance, it would be fair over here.
Hi, William Hudson of Brighton Graduate Association. It would be appropriate time to ask, aside from your claims of innocence through the syndrome that you suffer with, the fact that you're searching, as you say, searching for truth as opposed to carrying out particular actions, and balances again that you left statements cited repeatedly tonight. But is it plausible, considering the context, to approach a defence angle that that suggests that what actually took place, what aside from your motivation to carry out these actions, what actually took place was an ethical manoeuvre, and this defence has come up in other anti-war activist cases. Is it plausible?
Well, I'm not sure if that makes a good difference. You're talking about morals over legislation then, aren't you? I did feel at the time it was morally correct. And I mean, sometimes people do have to break the law to do something they feel is right. So.
I think there's absolutely no doubt that Gary totally regrets it now.
Yeah, and I've said that countless times. I'll say it again today.
Yes.
No one has ever been extradited for computer crimes. No one has ever been extradited for computer crimes as well.
Here, I'm sorry to interrupt. I was just wondering if you understood the U.S. point of view that you had shut down NASA computers, you shut down almost 1,000 computers in the months after 9/11 when people were very vulnerable.
I understand that's the allegation. I also understand that politicians love to use 9/11 emotively, and I think they're misusing it, and I think that's an insult.
I'm not
No, but that's who you're referring to, the DOJ politicians over there who said that. And it's an allegation. No, I didn't shut down. If one person from his bedroom can shut down the entire military district of Washington, then they really have something to worry about. A lot of people look to Obama as a new hope, but those of us who've been around for a while do know that whoever's in the White House, whoever you are, there's certain pressures that come to bear, and your head is forced on the larger issues and what's important in international policy. I would hope that, maybe some more sense would be seen. Obama as a National Autism Day, something going on. But yeah, you never know. Autism Sunday.
One more?
Mary Murphy from the LT. Sorry. Have you been explicitly assured that you will not be repatriated at any point?
When we underwent plea bargaining discussions with the American prosecutors in 2003, one of the matters they put forward was that if he didn't take the plea bargain, they would ensure that he would not be repatriated.
And that has never come up, and it has that.
No, and then when we went to the House of Lords, we received a statement shortly before the hearing in the House of Lords saying that they wouldn't take that into account, and actually the person who said that to us didn't have the right to say that in the first place. So that's as far as that's gone so far.
So it's possible that, in fact, he would be.
It's possible, but what normally happens is after 6 months, after you've been in prison for 6 months, you then apply for repatriation. But countries like Holland and Israel seek an assurance that as soon as, literally within a couple of days of someone being sentenced in America, their systems are immediately repatriated to their home country. And actually, I'm sure that some countries ask us to do that for their citizens, and we give that assurance, and they ask them back.
Can I just be clear? Is that an admission of guilt?
Gary has signed an admission statement which has been sent to the Director of Public Prosecutions under the Misuse of Secretary of the Misuse of Computer Act, and he sent it to them.
But not an admission to damage, no.
No, which is what I said in my statement, is a different allegation to that which has been alleged by the US.
Gary, in the allegation of claims of passive aggression, can you just get a little more clarity about what it was exactly that you were looking for when you were on the subject?
I was working for a book that was 400 witness testimony. You bear in mind the entire legal system in the US is based pretty much on witness testimony. All of these men and women from military, government backgrounds, ranging from very dark control who have strategic air companies, are people responsible for whether or not there was nuclear missiles. Very credible people. And they all said that UFOs were real, they were from other planets. Some had crashed, were shot some down, would reverse engineer their technology. And they had this kind of runaway, unacknowledged special access promise, whereby this secretive technology was not under congressional oversight anymore. There's no very sort of black budget basis. And I felt that these men and women being so serious, so incredible, I must be totally to look for it. I found UFOs, didn't find evidence of free energy or advanced technology that you might get from them.
Would you condone that anyone further looks for this information? Anyone else, not yourself, but you can condone that anyone else can go and look at this?
Not in the way that I did, no. But if they use legitimate channels, then yeah, but I certainly don't advise anyone to hack to find out the truth, no.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you for coming, and thank you for assisting in